Well, it's another day back out here. Back out at the Lock and Dam. I wanted to give that another try. I liked the look of the area, especially, you know, the sonar returns and stuff I was getting. So wanted to come out here and give it another go. I caught a carp in my cast net, so I've got a hunk of that out there. I've got some hunks of bluegill, and I'm going to be throwing my pack bait on the shallow side for some carp, just to, you know, see if I can catch one of those while I'm out here. So we'll see what happens. No, hooked into something. There we go. Came free. I think I felt a wiggle or something. It feels like it's still there. This thing swim towards me. Oh! Pretty good sized gar. Get a little extra protection with these guys. Could you cut that out? Fish number one. Wasn't exactly going for a gar, but I ain't gonna be picky. Cut a new chunk of bait and chuck it out. I was on my shallowest setup here, not that far out, so over by the bank. It's on a piece of cut bluegill. See what this hunk of common carp will do. A little bigger hunk of meat. On the sonar on the way out here, I was seeing a lot of returns between 10 and 15 feet deep. Probably lots of hovering silver carp. You know, they're jumping all around me here, kind of in a pool, in a little swirl area downstream of the dam here. But I was seeing them at that depth the other day as well. So I kind of am targeting somewhere around 15 feet for anchoring up, and then casting one like straight back along that same depth behind me, a couple of rods over in the flats in a little shallower area, and then one on the deeper end, just to bomb them around and see see where they might be. So anyway, that's the strategy for this spot. I got another half hour or so I'll give it and see if we get something else, and if not, got another spot I'd like to try. Don't know what it is, but it feels good. Oh yeah, big blue. Nice. Yeah. Woohoo! I think that's worth pulling the camera out of the mount. Heck yeah. Big old blue. Look at that bad boy. Yeah, he's honking at me too. Caught that on a piece of common carp. Real good. Nice. That's the first blue I've caught in 2 years. Sweet. I heard that they were here around the dam, so I wanted to come up here and give it a try. Boy, did that work out. Sweet. Anyway, let me get this bad boy unhooked, and I'll be back with a measurement and such. We did. Real nice. Get a weight on this bad boy. Actually, I think it's female. Oh. 9.5 pounds. 31 inches. Fantastic. Oh, what a beautiful catfish. Gorgeous. Well, let's let her go. Go catch another one. Here you go, babe. There she goes. Awesome! Woohoo! Not too bad. It was about an hour. Got that one, so shuck the baits out again and give it another go. Well, I caught that one blue cat and that nice gar here, but in about 2 hours that was all the bites I had, so kind of slow. So I'm going to change it up, see if another spot I like has a little faster action. Probably not as big a fish over there, but I'm hoping just to get a little more regular bite. So we'll see how that place pans out. And so if something's swimming towards me, but let go. This feels weird. Yep. Hook's fouled up in the bait. don't catch fish if your hook point's not exposed. Try that again. It's the first bite at this new spot. It's one of my usual go-to places. Got this rock ledge, sits out from the island, little breakwater thing, and then there's a drop-off behind where I'm anchored right now. So I'm anchored up in about what is it, 17 feet of water right now. There's a 24, I think, foot hole back there, and then it kind of comes up to 8 or 10 up here, about 75, 100 feet in front of me. So it just kind of goes in a bowl and then comes back up. I'm kind of sitting at the front edge of that bowl, letting my baits sit down either on the edge where it's coming down to that hole, or this one, it's kind of in the shallow part or on the rocks, and I got the front one over here just chucked out to the side. But I do okay out here. There are times where man, I can't keep 4 rods in the water because I'm getting just tons of bites. Usually it's in the range of 3 to 10 pound channel catfish and flatheads and the occasional blue. But I did have one I hooked up into around here that felt like a Volkswagen bus on the end of the line, and I was using way too light a line, so I played that for about a minute and then pop, broke off. So I upped the size of all my tackle after that trip. But got a decent amount of confidence in this particular spot just for catching a few smaller ones. So I'm gonna give it another 15 minutes or so, and if I don't get a bite, I'm just gonna move to another spot. I don't have a whole lot of time, so I'm just gonna hit a few spots on my way back to the ramp. I made the longest run, and now I'm just working my way back to the Ooh, still got some bite in it. A lot of fight for a little carp. These are so much fun. I changed spots again. I was at that other place about 45 minutes and didn't get a bite again. So I came over here. I'll show you in a little bit. But yeah, beautiful little common carp on my pack bait stuff. But set up behind a wing dam, there's an opening in it. It's about 25 yards wide or so. So the water's coming in and then swirling in this little pool. So it's kind of slack right here. So I bombed out the catfish rods at the edge of where the current's coming through from the opening in that rock wall, just kind of at the edge, because it drops off from about 10 or 12 feet down to 30 feet over there. So I've got a couple in the hole and a couple up on the edges. I was seeing some fish returns on it. Don't know what fish are down there, but hoping there's a catfish that wants one of those. And then I took 2 poles and cast over here in the more slack water for catching carp. So that was in maybe, I don't know, 8 or 10 minutes, something like that, and got the catfish, or the carp, on the carp rod. So yep, I'm gonna cast that back out and see if I can't catch a couple more of these carp, because they are a blast. They fight great. Pretty simple rig. A method feeder and my fake piece of corn hanging beneath it. There's still a little bit of that dough bait left on here, but I'll throw this out as chum and throw some new stuff on it. So yeah, I bombed out a bunch of chum pieces because I got a whole bucket of it and I haven't been using it yet today. So got plenty of it to throw around as chum. But yeah, just make a big wad of it on there, throw it out. The weight faces the bottom of the river and that chum's up on the top, and as the carp come up and suck up all the corn, they get the fake piece and get the hook in them. And that one was hooked in the lower lip again. So the way the little hair rig is set up for these, when they suck the hook in, it turns the hook down and gets them in the bottom lip almost every time. And it's really great to keep fish from gut hooking. So I am quite a fan. All right, I'm gonna check on this other one. Got my little pole out because it's already rigged up for the carp stuff. I didn't want to change my rig. Didn't want to change up the catfish rigs and take one out of commission to make a carp rig. So since this one was already done, I just used it. Caught a really nice grass carp on it a couple of weeks ago out in my kayak with it, so it can catch a pretty big fish. I think it was about a 10-pounder. It's like a small rod, but it can handle the weight of one of these if it needs to. Neat little plane just flying down the river. Yep, just pack that dough around and just kind of chuck it out. Not anything fancy. Doesn't even have to be that far. There we go. Another thing, I love these monster rod holders. They're really good. Versatile setups. You can put 2 poles and multiple ones, have them set at different heights and such, so they just work great. Something keeps tapping this, but by the way it's going dink, dink, makes me think it's a gar. Be nice to get a little flathead. I haven't got one of those yet. So, had a channel cat and a really nice blue on consecutive trips, but I also haven't caught 2 catfish in the same trip this year yet, so let's see if we can't do that too. All right, I'll be back with a fish, hopefully.